Hey guys, gals, and Legionnaires, Rycon here, and welcome back to Let's Relax with Rimworld. Now, I did say I was going to come back to you all once something interesting was happening, and, well, I kind of changed my mind on things. I decided that it was actually going to be a hell of a lot faster for us to just spend some time mining. Elliot has a turn mining, and that's not terrible, and it actually meant that we got our steel fast enough. So we do now have a chiller in there if he succeeds at this, and bam, just like that we do. And I'm actually taking down this area outside now because it's not actually that necessary. Plus, it's going to get way too hot. Yeah, more hot than we would need right now. So we will try and use that excess heat eventually, but we don't need to use it for the time being. And we are actually just going to get rid of this research bench because it is in the way and it's not really that necessary right now. However, we are going to chuck our stockpile down in here, which is going to be our lovely fridge, which we will name, actually not fridge, it's going to be freezer rather. Because it will be freezing things, and it's not a freezer, it's a freezer. And we'll go ahead and clear everything from here. We're going to go into foods, allow meals, raw food. We don't want any of that in there, and we want to allow animal corpses. And we want it to be important that those are stored there. Let's see. Animal corpses, not here. Let's see, we want to turn off food, and we want to turn off raw food. There we go. Great. So we should see those things brought into here. And we do have harvesting to be done. So all of that should be hauled into here upon finishing this harvest. And I will allow Elliot to just keep on kicking at that for now. He will be going to bed soon though. It's now 10 o'clock, and with the harvesting failing out there, it looks like he will be heading inside. So this will start to degrade while it's outside, so I do want to be sure to try and get it hauled back inside. You know what, we might even just haul that urgently, so that means first thing tomorrow morning he is going to do that. We do have some berries left, so I'm going to allow him to consume those before he starts making any other meals. We still have that forbidden just for the time being. I'm hoping this episode we will encounter another soul, and I hope that we will be able to get someone that is going to be able to help us out here. Unfortunately, Elliot is skilled, relatively well across the board, but mining is not one of his fortes, and so us expanding our actual base just really isn't going to happen right now as it stands. But still, I feel like he's in a pretty good place. We have protection, we have food. We can survive well enough for now. I would like to, actually, you know what? This wood is kind of covered here, so it doesn't really need to move, which I suppose is a good thing. We've got 13 berries left, so I think it'll be enough. Well, it's not exactly enough for a meal, but it would be enough to kind of fill him up. Let's see. We want to get this into the freezer, and then I am going to try and get the rest harvested throughout the day. It is quite a rainy day. This boreal forest seems to be pretty rainy for the most part. You look like you're actually ready to harvest. Yes, you are ready to harvest. Nice. I like the heel root being around like this. It is a great wild plant, and it just means that I'm going to have to keep my eye out for it while we're playing, because it's going to kind of be invaluable to us in this playthrough, because, we are going to be using it a lot for all kinds of different operations. So yes, we'll need it mostly to, I think we use it to anesthetize our patients before we start to remove things, so yeah. Not actually using it to save lives, but rather take things from people. Yeah, it's a rough place, it's a rough Rimworld, and hopefully we'll be able to excel by using this, because, well, you can earn a decent amount from it. Oh, what the hell? Oh, hey, you scared the crap out of me then. It almost looked like he flew. Venny just flying across the river to come and kill the rat. But hey, he needed to eat, so that is fine. However, we do need to be careful because, that could happen to animals of our own if we were keeping them. Okay, they are all going to be hauled across into there now, so they'll be nice and safe. They won't degrade, and they should be frozen. -6 degrees. Yeah, nice. So we're just venting heat out there for the time being. We don't need to worry about us staying too warm. We are still in summer, I believe. Yeah, local season summer. So summer's good. Yes, let's hope so. I don't know how brutal the winters are going to be here. This is a boreal forest, so they will be getting pretty damn cold. So something for us to keep in mind. I am going to allow Elliot to make some meals now. We're going to go ahead and unsuspend this, and we're just going to go do until we have. We'll go until we have 10, because we can store more rice semi-canned meals. You can only store 10 on one square. However, we can put up to 75, up to 75 on each square. So I feel like that's going to be a little bit better for us. He does seem to want to try and chuck down some more in the square. And you know what? I'm actually okay with that. We only have 20 days to grow, so we'll make the most of it if we can. I did say we weren't going to be a primarily based around food growing, and I don't think we are, but we just need to watch ourselves at the very start. Elliot has a grand plan that he wants to see come to fruition. We'll see if we can get him to that point as well. Yes. How is this going at the moment? We are actually draining more power overnight, but that's fine. We only seem to be drawing a little bit, and that's obviously because of the cooler is going to be drawing a lot more. However, let's see. During the day, yeah, we see it bouncing straight back up, so no problems there. It seems like the battery will get to being full very, very quickly. I'm not going to build any more just now because we are obviously restricted by the amount of steel that we have access to right now, which isn't a lot because we're not mining. Where are you off to? Cooking a simple meal, fantastic. Go ahead, get 10 of those done, then I'll be feeling pretty happy about things. And that means that we are going to be able to use these survival meals just in the future, which is great. I would probably like those to be hauled out of here now though and kept in the freezer, I think. So we're going to go ahead and delete the stockpile in the hopes that they will get moved eventually. We might actually just mark them for urgent hauling. Just like that. There we go. Okay. Nice. Oh, cargo pods. Well, okay, we have something, finally. What is it? Blocks. Okay, marble blocks. Are they going to deteriorate out there? Let's see. I don't think they are. I think they might be okay. So I guess it's just a resource we'll have access to. If we want to make something out of marble, I guess we'll go all the way over there to get it. There's no point in us racing over there right now to get it. We've got our slate blocks that we've kind of just stored down there for now. I will be tearing up this floor at some point. You know what? Might as well just do it now. I'll chuck on remove floor. And at some point, it shall be done. And there's no mad rush to have that happen, but it looks like Elliot is going to try and do that now. And that I'm okay with. It actually doesn't take very long at all to remove that. Nice. Let's see if we can get that hauled. And we'll be making this one more meal. That's going to put us up to, how much are we at now? Oh, we've got 29 because it's including the packaged survival meals as well. All right. Nice. Nearly there. 2 more. 1 more, and you're there, Elliot. Well done. Very good. Okay. Harvesting wild heel root. Do it. And get the other one as well. And we're going to mark these both for urgent hauling. So let's go ahead and select both of them. If you succeed, Elliot. Any day now. That one took quite a while. Mark those for hauling. And we're refueling the stove. Okay. Takes 49 to refuel it. But we've got, as you can see, a lot of wood just sticking about, so I still feel like that's a good use of it. And yep, come nighttime, we were at 1,000, so yeah, no problems at all. So we start to draw once we get to about, 8 o'clock, it would seem. That's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Now the medicine we are going to want to store in here as well, so I will look at doing that. Let's jump in. We want to store human-like corpses in here, and we also want to store medicine, so it'll be under manufactured medicines, and you know what, drugs will store in there as well. Which means that we're probably going to have to look at expanding this area sooner than I thought. We are just one person though, so I do need to kind of keep that in mind. We don't need too much at any one time to stay alive. We'll allow those to get moved as well. They'll be able to fit onto that square, I think. Or almost. We're just going to be just over. We can only have 10 on each square, which is a little unfortunate for the food. You can't ever stack them too high. I've never really understood why, but it's just the way it is. Okay, well, I feel like we're doing pretty good outside. I really do want that extra person so that we can start to do work down here and actually get some work done on our proper base. Yes. I'm trying to think how far off we are here. 63. Oh no, 88. Okay, so some of them are getting along. So once you get to 80%, they are actually harvestable. And the temperatures are going to start getting well, not as good outside. So we will have to, at some point, decide to get that done. What are we making there? Oh, just hauling. Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, this you can tell when Elliot doesn't actually have much to do because he just starts doing all these little hauling jobs. Do I have you on cleaning at all? Yeah, I do. Okay, so we should see some cleaning happening. We haven't seen any happen just yet, but I'm sure after hauling this last berry into the freezer, he'll look at doing that. We have all these berries around here as well, which it's just free food, so there's no point in us letting that go to waste. So we might as well go ahead and harvest for out here. And that will allow us to get a whole heap of those. And it looks like he's trying to go and haul that. So I'll tell him to come back down here instead, because that is quite a bit of a walk to go and get all of that marble. So we'll let him go and harvest these instead. And it's good because it doesn't actually remove the bush itself. The bush stays, which is nice. So they will grow again. And this will be a nice little source of berries just hanging outside our place. And at least the berries we can store, a decent amount of them on one square as well. So we've got a lot of different food types there. We might be getting a little upset about not having human flesh, but it's okay. We're good. I'll actually allow him to come over here and collect some of that. We should be able to get 75, which will be the majority of it, I assume. Oh, wow, there's actually quite a bit there. Yeah, there's 114 still there. Well, Elliot, we'll allow you to just keep on keeping on. And what are we on now? We're on the 12th day here. This is our 12th day here, and we still really haven't had much trouble so far, which is a little, like, I guess, funny. This is intense, Randy Random, and I would have assumed we'd have something happening by now. Other than the cargo pods, it's been pretty good. And I guess that's the thing. Oh, here we go. We've got an eclipse. Okay, well, that's not the end of the world. We have our battery there at the very least. That is going to last for a little while. I might want to look at... I'm going to keep an eye on it, because we do want to have some power still in the banks for us to be able to use our turrets. So if that means turning off the freezer just for a little while, I think that'll be fine. Okay, you're going to go have a bowel movement, but I'm sure after that you are going to go and get all this rice hauled in, aren't you? No, you're going to rest. Okay, that's fine. We'll go mark those for urgent hauling. So come tomorrow morning, he will get them into the freezer. Our freezer, though, is actually looking pretty full. Something that I should look at creating now is somewhere where we can house prisoners and somewhere that we can operate on those prisoners. Again, it's going to be in our main base once we get there, but I think for the time being we might just create something up here. Let's jump into structures and go ahead and build ourselves a wall. And a wanderer joins. Okay. Not chased, just straight up joined. Okay. Alright, so Elliot thinks that we should give the faction a name, and we also need a name for the community. Now the community name is going to be a little bit inspired by Elliot, and it is going to be Shade Hill. I guess this isn't really hills though, is it? It's more mountains. The Mountains of Shade? No, we're going to go with Shade Hill. I think Shade Hill still works there. And we are, for our faction name, going to go with the Legion again. But obviously this is a different kind of Legion. This is something more akin to Caesar's Legion. But hey, I'm happy to have a new person along. We have Nikita here. And Nikita is a male villager of the Legion, is 47 years old, and is going to go and play some horseshoes. Let's have a look and see. There is no family history with Nikita. No one else is out there, but is a paramedic. So that kind of... Well, we've got another doctor. Okay, please tell me you're good at mining. Where's mining? Okay, 2, but you are passionate. That's good at the very least. But we can see 11 on medicine, so that's awesome. Really, really good. Actually, even better than Elliot. So maybe we'll be able to get Nikita to do some of those operations as well. Damn, that's good. Is really passionate about animals, so that's another great thing. Good at art, well, is artistic, also has a passion for growing, and is an intellectual. So nice. Was a story writer as a child and then a paramedic as an adult, and has decided to come and join us. Is a prostophile though, so he often dreams of going bionic. I hope we'll be able to achieve that one day. And is a teetotaler, which is hilarious, but it actually works out so well because he doesn't like the idea of taking pleasure from chemicals and avoids alcohol and drugs. So he's going to be growing it, but he's not going to be taking it himself. So that's perfect. That actually works out so well. I'm going to be jumping out of the game for a moment because I'm going to be using random.org to select from our list of names. that we have so far. We've got about 30 already, which is fantastic. So if you haven't had your name added in already, as you know, in the previous episode and in this one, the link will be in the description. It is a Google form. It's really easy to fill out, and that will add your name to the list. So let's jump out and see who Nikita is going to be. Alrighty, I have returned, and congratulations to Stephen. Your name, Spectra, was chosen at random for the character of Nikita. So we're going to go ahead and jump in to Nikita here, and we're going to go ahead and change that name, and that is under character. Okay, alright, Spectra is the name, and I'm probably going to be calling you Spec for short. So, alright, let's go ahead and get you back towards the base, and I guess, you know, as you're walking back, we're going to have a look at kind of sorting things out here. We probably want to go for the same kind of deal there, although I guess Elliot does have more of a passion, but really, I mean, Spectra is the top doctor at the moment, which is really, really cool. I'm very, very happy to see that. Now, we're going to go 1 here. Warden, it's going to be 0. We're going to leave that off. Handling, we're going to put that on 2. We'll make that a little bit more of a priority. Cooking and hunting, we're not going to worry about. Construction, apparently, we're not going to worry about as well. But growing, we will worry about. Let's see. Mining is going to be definitely a priority. We're going to take that off Elliot, so that's not going to be a priority anymore because he's only 2 and he's not passionate about it at all. So he's not going to learn very fast at all. Plant cutting, I guess we won't worry about. No, we can put that on 3 at the very least. And everything else, smithing, we're probably just going to leave off for the time being because we don't really have to concern ourselves with those. Something that we will do eventually, but we won't do right now. So hauling, cleaning, and research, we're just going to leave the same. But that's good. I'm glad. I'm happy to have him on board. And he wasn't even being chased by someone. And he's actually arrived wearing a parka, and he also has a hat. Oh. Okay, speak of the devil. The Suicidal Murderers, a group of pirates from the Suicidal Murderers have arrived nearby, and they'll prepare for a while, but then they'll attack. And it looks like we just have Sonia. Okay, so obviously Spectra is quite a useful character to us, hence why we aren't wanting to harvest them for organs. Now Spectra, what are you like, Spectra? You're not very good at mining, you're nervous, you're a pyromaniac, you're trigger happy. Perfect example of someone that we'd want to use for their organs. Let's see, so shooting and melee are quite high though, so we kind of need to be careful, but it looks like Spectra is just rocking a knife right now, so that's fine. That is a-okay. It looks like Spectra is going to be hanging out there for a little... sorry, Spectra. No, Spectra is over here. Sonia is going to be over there for a little while. So I am going to be able to do a little bit of work and trying to prepare a basic area where we can hold prisoners. We also need somewhere for Spectra to stay as well. I'm actually going to start to designate some mining to be done. We want to start to try and work our way into the mountain here. Now, I don't want to go too far in because obviously we need rooms starting off. So we are going to have rooms quite close to the front. However, those rooms are going to be repurposed eventually to be used as other things. Now, I'm probably wanting to go 5 by 5, I think, for the rooms. I think that's what we're probably going to do. And we're just going to have them on opposite sides from each other right now. Although I think I am going to try and change this out a little bit in the future. I don't think I'm going to have them 100% like that. I'm not 100% sold on it, but I like the idea of just having these rooms set up and ready to go right away. Now, I probably do want to try and get some prisoner areas in there as well, but I'll just give that for Spectra to do for the time being. And let's look at just chucking down some wooden walls. Somewhere very, very basic that we can keep the prisoner. Doesn't have to be amazing. It would be good if there was lighting in there though, so I might try and run some power to it. So we're probably just going to go something like that for the time being. And we're going to go ahead into our, furniture, just regular furniture. And we're going to go and chuck a sleeping spot down on the ground there, which is going to kind of complete that. We do want light. We do want to see what we're doing. So let's look at chucking one down. We might just do the same thing again. We're just going to go for a square lamp there. It is a much smaller lamp, but it does the job. And we'll just get it right there, actually. But that does mean we will need to run power to it. So let's see. That's where our power is at the moment. We might just run a line across like that. And I think that'll be able to reach it just fine. So it doesn't look like Sonia will be attacking us anytime soon. And it looks like Elliot is just going to start to haul that in really fast. That is sweet. We've got a lot of animals around us right now. A lot. Let's see, it looks like Spectra is going to help out with that as well. Thank you very much, Spectra. Appreciate that. It's going to be interesting to see how Spectra reacts to, well, I guess, Elliot's nature. Because he is most certainly different. Okay, it looks like they are beginning their assault. That's okay. We are just going to, we're going to wait for now. Obviously, we are still dealing with this eclipse though, so we are going to start running low on power. However, I think our turret is going to be able to do the job just fine. So we're going to go ahead and reconnect that. It looks like Sonia is going to get here very, very soon. So we are going to be using a little bit more power, but I'm really not that concerned about this raid right now. It is a very, very basic raid, so we shouldn't be so concerned. Now, Spectra isn't going to be very good at mining right now, but is passionate, so will get better over time. We just need to give him the time to get better. Okay, here comes Sonia, so I'm probably going to get Elliot to come and stand behind the turret here and just start firing. Come on, you've got this, Elliot. Come on, turret, you've got this. Someone hit. Oh, come on. Turret, please. Oh, come on, this is silly. Okay, we're attacking the turret, apparently. And Elliot is at point-blank range. Come on, take down Sonia. There we go. That's what we're talking about. And Sonia is still alive. So that's actually exactly what we wanted to happen here. So we'll allow Elliot to kind of go back to his normal stuff. Let's see. Nothing's been shot off. That's good. Okay, so what we want to do, first of all, is come into here under health. Or, actually, no, we need to capture them first. Damn, we don't actually have anywhere done yet. Crap. Crap, that's not good. That's not good at all. I guess we... the freezer? The freezer isn't a good place to work in, really. I don't think I can very quickly get this made. I think we need more wood than that. Oh, no, we do have enough wood over here. So let's see if we can very, very quickly get this made. We are going to need to chop down some of the wood, though. I'm a little nervous. How long is it going to take Sonia to bleed out? Death in 10 hours. Okay. Okay. We will need to keep that in mind. Come on, Elliot. You can do this. Let's see if we can finish that off. Good that you're doing work on the turret. Let's go ahead. Head to the turret. Reconnect. Turn it off. Okay. We're very, very close to having this as a sealed area. Okay, there we go. It's now sealed. So we can jump into here. And we can go 4 prisoners. Okay. Oh, so we actually do need to mark a bed as well for poor Spectra for the time being. Spectra, you're just going to have to hang out in here for now. I'm sorry, it is not the best scenario, I know. Let's see if we can get this chopped down, because I would like the light to get built there. The eclipse is ending, that's nice. And okay, alright, that's good to go. So what we're going to do now, we are going to capture Sonia. I'm going to bring her over to this area here. And now if we go to Sonia, we're going to have a look under prisoner. We want to go doctor care but no medicine. So the first thing we want Elliot to do... Okay, let's see. Right, there we go. So we just want him to tend Sonia, and we don't actually want him to use any medicine at this stage. We just want him to triage her wounds, essentially. So stop her from bleeding at the very least. Because we don't want to use medicine on her unnecessarily, because otherwise we'll be using a ton of herbal medicine that we just don't really need. So this is the first stage of our plan, you could say. Okay, alright, so that's all been tended by Elliot. We can see that some of it has been tended better than others. Now what we want to do is go into operations, and we can see there are a whole heap of options that we can do here. Now obviously these organs here are worth a lot more than others, however they are necessary to stay alive. I'm probably going to try and start with these though, because we don't have a whole lot. And it's telling us that this is impossible because we don't have medicine selected right now. Okay. Left lung. So the right lung is actually damaged. We can't harvest that right now. So I think we're going to go left lung. We're going to go heart. No, we'll go stomach first and then we'll go heart. Possibly. We'll see if it's possible. I don't know if it's going to be possible or not. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so now, Sonia, because you are fully healed, we should be able to go across this to herbal medicine. Now, Elliot, how are you feeling? You were trying to feed a simple meal to her. No, she doesn't need food. Sorry, Sonia, you brought this upon yourself. So what we want to do is prioritize... Actually, you know what? Let's take the cloves first, because if they die in them, they're considered dead man's cloves, and that's not good. So apparently we are doctoring her now. What are you doing, Elliot? you're going to go feed a simple meal to her. We should be able to do those operations. So if I go back to Sonia, there's a lot of things in the way, unfortunately, that make this a little difficult. Herbal medicine or worse. So we should be able to do this. I'm wondering if it should be Spectra. Ah, there we go. Prioritize operating on Sonia. Okay, maybe it is Spectra that we're going to send to do it. Now, Spectra isn't a psychopath, so I don't know how that will go. We are going to feed Sonia a simple meal for now because we do want her to stay somewhat ready for this. Okay, you know what? Spectra, you keep on doing what you're doing. You're doing a good job down there. Let's see if we can get Elliot to do this operation. So let's go ahead. There you are. Why can't we get you to do the operation, Elliot? Let's have a look. Work. Doctoring. Yes. We should be able to do this. Let you kind of get away from there for now. Prioritize clean blood of Sonia. Why can't we do that operation? Is Elliot? No, Elliot's definitely good enough to do this operation. Cannot operate, needs materials. Okay. Well, I know that, yeah. Spectra is going to go in there, and it looks like we are attempting to do it, so we'll see if Spectra is successful or not. The first thing we're removing, I believe, is a kidney, so we'll see how that goes. Oh, died during surgery. Okay. It was a liver. Okay, maybe we shouldn't have started with the liver. I thought it was the kidneys that we were starting with, but we did get something out of that at least. So I think we'll get Elliot to prioritize hauling that for now, which is going to stay safe in there for the time being. Actually, no, we do not want that to be here. So let's see, where are those going to show up? Human-like corpses, we do not want to be there. Also, what else? What else do we want to go here? Where would that be? The human body parts. I am not so sure. Can I get you to haul that again now? No, so that's still allowed there somehow. So that's not under human-like corpses. Raw resources? No. Manufactured, medicine, drugs. Not drugs. Not medicine. We actually don't want medicine and things to be in there as well, so let's go ahead and turn drugs off, turn medicine off. We don't want them to be staying out there. There's got to be something else in here. There's got to be parts somewhere. But I'm not sure where that is. Items, body parts, turn it off. Okay, good. Okay, so that should be turned on here. No, we did go clear all, so they probably aren't allowed here. Body parts. There we go. Okay, so Elliot, if you could, please haul that liver into there. Now, if we butcher our enemy here, I think it is going to upset Spectra. So if we have a look at needs, uncomfortable, untidy environment, if we butcher her, I think it would quite upset him. So I'm trying to figure out how we get around that. I wonder if we can. Let's have an experiment. He's not there right now. I want to see if this upsets him. Okay, let's have a look. Are you upset, buddy? We butchered human-like. Okay, yes, it does upset him. Now, how long is that going to upset him for? Because Elliot is going to go for that food. So that means that all this other food in here is essentially for Vinny and for Spectra. So it's not bad. It's not bad. Could be a hell of a lot worse. We can probably look at just turning off this light now. We don't need it to be turned on. We're going to go ahead and designate that to be turned off. So at some point that will be turned off. We are slowly kind of making our way through there. Spectra, how are you doing in terms of your abilities? Let's have a look. Mining is now on 3, so he is learning, which is good. So he's going to be getting better and better over time. He actually has an armor vest underneath there as well, and is wielding a steel club, so that's good. He can protect himself. His melee isn't great, but it's, you know, it's better than nothing. And having that armor as well, I think, will make a difference. However, there is something on there that is tattered, right? Oh, it is the armored vest. Okay, so maybe we should be losing the armored vest then. Yeah, let's go ahead into our restrictions here. Or is it a sign? Yes, manage outfits. So we want to select an outfit, and I think we want to probably just go worker. Are we allowing parkers in here? Yes, we are. Okay. All right, so I think this is pretty much just going to be all round. Do I want them both to be in just worker for now? I think we do. But we also want to change this so that once hit points get to below 50, we don't wear them anymore. So we'll go ahead and assign worker to both of them, and hopefully we won't see them take anything off. Fall has begun. Okay, well, we are going to be losing these very, very soon. It's 6 degrees outside, but that's not going to last for long. It is going to be dropping. The temperature is not going to stick around for us, unfortunately. And, well, our little base here is kind of slowly coming together. Spectra, we do need to have somewhere else for you, just for a temporary base, really. Having him sleep in here with us is going to be, well, it's going to affect him quite a fair amount. We could just make this into his bedroom for the time being. It is not a great room by any means, but all these basic cabins, they're not meant to be great rooms. They're just somewhere for us to stay for the time being. And saying that, we've got 200 wood, so that's not bad. I feel like we should be able to make a basic little house that we can just tear down later. So I think that's what we'll probably do, just so that he doesn't get too upset. So let's look at making a little house, maybe just around here. We'll go 5 by 5. Yeah, I mean, it's not terrible. It's not a giant home by any means, but it's better than nothing, and it's probably better than what he's got at the moment. We'll go ahead and build a copy of that in there for now. And you know what? Let's look at chucking down some planting pots as well, because I think they deserve that at the very least. So let's chuck one down in here as well. That'll be a little bit nicer for them, and we'll get some light in there as well. We're just going to go for the square lamp. I kind of like them. They're just very, very basic lights. Yeah, they just do the job. Okay, so come the morning, we should get some more of that done, and okay. Okay, so this is revealing where the starship is hidden on the planet. Let's go ahead and have a look. It's going to take a little while for it to generate, because this is a rather large world, and even though every time I end up generating the whole planet, even though you don't need it, you're very, very rarely going to use it. There's part of my mind that I'm thinking, yeah, it gives a chance for other things to interact with you. So this is where the starship is. I'm actually just going to pause the game for a second. Now, where are we in relation to that? Because that seems to be quite far away from where we are. And I'm trying to remember exactly where we are. I think that's us there. Yeah, so it's quite a distance away. It is like on the same continent, we can get to it, but it is quite a distance away. And actually, this is the first time. I should have shown you the map when we started. We are living right here, so this big river is running straight the way through here. And I think the reason Elliot chose this place as well is because it is out of the way, and he wanted somewhere out of the way to start this little experiment of his. It looks like we have a lot of the shadow alligators around us here, so it'll be interesting to see exactly how that plays out. Now, Elliot has got himself butt naked, and I'm thinking that's because I messed up, yes, so I messed up that, apparently, so that he isn't wanting to wear them. I need to jump in, and I need to edit those outfits, because, let's see. Let's select worker. Cargo shorts are allowed, so I don't know why he's not wearing that. Why are you not wearing the parka as well? Are these below 50 for hit points? Nope, they're perfectly fine. So why did you strip off everything and get naked? I have messed something up here, and I'm attempting to figure out exactly how I have messed that up. Oh, right. It's meant to be this way, you idiot. I was telling him he has to wear things that are under 50%. That's terrible. So he's just gone and got naked for nothing. I hope you do put those clothes back on, Elliot, and that's going to make him very, very happy. So we'll be able to see that. If we jump into his needs, we'll see upon eating the raw human flesh, it gives him a really big boost to his mood. So that makes him really, really happy, and it looks like he does want to eat a fair amount of that as well. Spectra is taking off his vest. That's good. Looks like he stole my shirt, that son of a bitch. I say mine, but I mean Elliot. Now I'm hoping that he will actually put those clothes back on, because it's really cold out and he is naked currently. Do you want to put those clothes back on, buddy? Minor break risk. Yeah, probably because you're really cold and naked. So Thank you, Elliot. Appreciate that. Good work, dude. Good work. Okay. Alright, so we did use a fair amount of wood to be able to do this, but I think just having this little bit of an extra space for Spectra is going to be good. So let's go ahead, change the ownership, chuck Spectra on that, and we'll go ahead and get rid of that one for now. Nice! Done! Minor break risk, and now it's Spectra that is feeling bad about things. Awful barracks, that's going to change, don't worry. Yeah, slept in the cold, okay, that can change as well. And that can change easily enough. If we have a look at temperatures, we should be able to chuck down a campfire. Campfire or torch will do the job just fine. A torch might actually produce enough heat to warm the place up. We'll chuck a few in there as well, because, like I said, we've got wood around. We've got a lot of it around, actually. Elliot, what are you doing? You're harvesting the smoke leaf. Nice. Okay, well, it's good to know that some of that is actually going to be able to make it before winter sets in properly. We're in fall, and even fall can get bad. So I'm just going to kind of keep track of that for now, see exactly how that goes. I'm probably going to look at chucking down some wooden floor just because, well, it's going to be better than having nothing at all. So I think we will just chuck down some basic wooden floor, and we'll do the same in here as well, just to kind of improve their mood a little bit because, yeah, it hasn't been the nicest as of late. We probably are going to need to go and harvest some more wood, however, though. And you know what? We will put some on the outside as well. Like so. And these are very average conditions that we're in at the moment. Yeah, it's not the nicest conditions, but they're not meant to be nice. They are just our temporary place that we're staying in. It's never going to be amazing. And we will actually need to ask for some of these to be chopped down. None of them are really at 100%, but we should still be able to get some wood out of them. Okay, there we go. That's a good tree. Are you a good tree? Let's see. You are a good tree. Excellent. We'll take it. Okay, and you are starting to sow the area around there. Okay, so it was just the one thing. Just the one thing that we could harvest. I doubt we're going to get much else out of that. And our battery has broken down. That's not cool. That's not cool. How about we go do something about that? Okay, we are going to have to use some of the components from there. Just the one. So that's better than nothing at least, but yes. More human flesh for Elliot. That's going to be keeping him feeling really, really well. Spectra, you've been working in there all day. Okay, minor break risk. And he got food poisoning from eating the raw human meat, even though that does make him really happy. Apparently, it is still a risk for him to eat raw food. But then again, in saying that, you do get food poisoning in this from just normal foods as well. So we've almost got this little bit of hallway kind of dug out. How is Spectra doing at the moment? Mining is still on 3. We must be, yep, he's almost on 4. So that's good. We are on our way. He's going to get to that 4,000. And that's going to knock him up to level 4. Very nice. Elliot, I don't know if you should be prioritizing that so much. Smoke leaf still has a while to go before it's done. I would like that to get hauled inside, actually. So we'll make that urgent. And I would like the rest of the floor to be done as well. So I might just get him to chuck down that tree for now. Spectra, thank you very much. Appreciate the hard work. And there is a mad animal. A local ibex has gone mad. Okay, well that's going to be heading down our way. Unfortunately, the battery has only just been fixed now, and I don't think we have enough power. So we are just going to have Elliot ready to try and shoot the thing. We might have Spectra ready as well. Okay, let's see. Elliot, I'm going to take you away from that for now. Vomiting. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Let's get you... okay, are you going to kind of be in position here to try and take care of it? Okay. Oh, nice. Very nice. Good shot. Damn. Brain destroyed. He shot it in the brain. Well done, Elliot. Well done. I appreciate that. I don't appreciate the vomiting so much. Not so nice. Yes. Well, guys and gals, I think this is where we're going to be wrapping up today's episode. We've got another person in the colony. We have dealt with a raider. We've got our first organ, which we are going to attempt to sell off. I don't know exactly how much we're going to be able to sell it for, but the market value is 2,000. So you can see that, well, yeah, organs and other such things can be worth a lot. So we'll do our best to try and get a decent amount of them. I don't know how well we're going to be able to keep people alive in the future during those kind of operations. We are going to try, though. I think removing the liver first might have been a bad idea. I think we'll go for the kidneys first next time and see how that goes. It also depends on the space that we're operating in. We're going to have proper operating rooms that we're going to be using for this in the future. And, well, I'm going to see if we can get further into here. But we just need to keep on surviving for the time being. And Elliot and Spectra, they're doing okay right now. We'll see if that continues in the next one. Thank you for joining me. I have been Rycon. You have all been awesome. And until next time, stay tuned.